Welcome to Tzu Chi This Week. I'm Maggie Tsai. Thank you for joining us. Tzu Chi volunteers and residents clean up streets and beaches during the Clean Up the World weekend. Beijing volunteers visit a senior couple to bring them warmth and love during Mid-Autumn Festival. 2 bone marrow donors in a company in Taiwan encourage their colleagues to join their actions. The third weekend of September each year is Clean Up the World Weekend. Motivated by this event, more than 500 local Tzu Chi volunteers and residents in Mozambique went on a massive cleanup adventure. They made great strides in cleaning up both the streets and the beaches, restoring the original cleanliness of the environment. Volunteers hope through these type of events, everyone can start to be environmentally conscious in their daily lives.
For Clean Up the World Weekend, more than 500 local volunteers and residents in Mozambique responded with direct actions. The streets are filled with litter. The volunteers can barely take a step without having to bend down to pick up the entangled garbage pieces. On the beach, there are traces of what's left over from tourists. All the broken alcohol bottles quickly becomes a safety hazard. A volunteer was accidentally cut during the process. Luckily, there was a makeshift medical station on the spot to help take care of the wound.
I saw a lot of bottles and plastic everywhere. There is a lot of trash. This type of items are prone to germs. The broken glass bottles can easily cut someone. Even animals may die due to ingesting the plastic.
The children were following in their parents' footsteps in helping pick up the garbage. The rice bags that came from Tzu Chi's past rice distribution came in handy. It serves as giant trash bags that are super weight resistant.
Dharma Master Zheng Yan told us that good thoughts need to be long-lasting, not just one time, one day, or one moment. So we hope through these types of activities, we can let everyone know that environmental protection should be part of our lifestyle. Do not pick up the habit of always littering everywhere.
Under the clear blue sky, the clean beach sand has reappeared. It shouldn't always be people picking up after others. Everyone has the duty to be environmentally conscious.
In Liaoning, China, a 50-year-old Tzu Chi care recipient is unable to work due to physical difficulties. Since March of this year, Tzu Chi volunteers have been providing him with subsidies and visiting him regularly. Recently, volunteers helped him clean his home, fixing a window and installing lights.
Bringing pans and cleaning tools, volunteers in Shenyang visit Tzu Chi care recipients Xu Fengtian for 2 consecutive weeks.
Last time we were busy for the whole day, but we did not finish cleaning. Today we're going to help him organize his clothes and give him what he needs. In the meantime, we'll also ensure that each care recipient family can have a clean, quiet, and comfortable place to live.
Volunteers came often as they were worried that the doors and windows of his house were not able to resist the winter temperatures. They spent their own money buying a window and flooring for him.
He said the window is too small, so he wanted a larger one. I have to help him change the window frame. Luckily, we were able to buy a large window in a second-hand market. After purchasing the window, we helped him replace it.
Besides ensuring that he can stay warm, volunteers also completed cleaning work that was unfinished last time. This includes helping him install lights in the bathroom and cleaning the toilets.
In the cleaning process, I felt the joy of helping others. I also formed good affinities with many kind-hearted people. In fact, I have learned a lot.
After a busy day, volunteers have finally cleaned Xu Fengtian's home, which also impressed his neighbor.
When you come next time, I'll cook for you. I'll invite you to my home to have a meal.
感恩呐，感恩呐，感恩呐。啊，今天特别高兴是吧？
Although Xu Fengtian cannot speak, his eyes are full of gratitude. He feels loved and blessed. He knows volunteers will always be there to accompany him.
In Beijing, China, there is a senior couple over 70 years old, Ma Shiying and his wife. Mrs. Ma became bedridden due to a fall in March of this year. Since then, Mr. Ma has to shoulder all responsibilities. Recently, the local Tzu Chi volunteers visited this couple and celebrated the Mid-Autumn Festival with them.
Ma Shiying's wife became bedridden in March of this year. Since then, besides growing vegetables every day, Mr. Ma also has to take care of his wife's every need.
I will always be by your side for the long haul. I will be here to talk with you. If you need anything, I will get it for you. You just focus on resting. You no longer need to worry about any of the household chores.
Mr. Ma explained clearly to his wife the daily work he has to do. This not only puts her mind at ease, but also shows his willingness to do everything possible to accompany her.
不是，我是净累人，得这个臭毛病了。
咱俩不分彼此，那什么，你吃了我，我吃了你，不分那个，谁身体好，谁多抓着点，多干点，那是48年的一对老伴儿了。我说你瞅咱这结婚证，你给念念的这个。
Past items remind people of the good old days. Mr. Ma found the marriage certificates him and his wife obtained 48 years ago.
白桂琴22岁，女，马世英男24岁，自愿结婚。
Knowing that it is difficult for Mr. Ma to care for certain things, city volunteers have come to help wash his wife's hair.
Actually, we all feel very happy, although at times we will face some challenges. But just like what Mr. Ma said, we will be able to overcome any difficulties if we all work together.
Everyone brought various food ingredients to prepare for a feast. This is the 6th year that Beijing volunteers have gathered with the Ma family to celebrate the Mid-Autumn Festival.
I feel so honored that all of you are here today in our home. You have visited us several times over the years. Thanks for everyone's ongoing support.
Tzu Chi volunteers held their semi-annual volunteer training camp in Durban recently, inviting many local volunteers from all over South Africa. The theme focused on localization this year, and many local youth volunteers joined. This best demonstrated the passing on of the Tzu Chi knowledge and missions onto the next generation of volunteers.
A field full of green vegetables, local volunteers from both Johannesburg and the Eastern Cape seized the opportunity during the week they were in Durban to visit the Great Love Garden. They hope to bring this valuable learning experience back to their respective communities. The semi-annual Durban Local Tzu Chi Volunteers Training Camp was held in early August of this year. The preparatory work began a month ago. In 1 week, nearly 300 volunteers seized every moment to learn at the camp.
What we bring is love and care. This love comes from Dharma Master Zheng Yan. She loves each and every one of you in South Africa.
When you pray, you can hold on to this red blessing envelope. You don't have to change your daily prayer ways. When you go and collect your financial assistance, you can put it inside here. And when you go to sleep at night, you can place it under your pillow.
In addition to sharing on the experience of home visits, the highlight of the volunteer training week was the sutra chanting class on the last day. The course was conducted by the local youth volunteers, chanting Buddha is on the vulture peak. There were versions in both Mandarin and Zulu. The courses of this year's training session emphasized on localization. Half the classes were undertaken by local youth volunteers, including briefings and lectures, all of which were the responsibilities they took on. After a full day of classes, everyone was full of energy and motivated. It's with great hope that this positive energy will continue to spread to all the South African corners in need.
Tzu Chi Mobile Food Pantry is once again delivering fresh fruits and vegetables during the monthly distributions for disadvantaged families. This time, many parents came out to help as they wanted to support Tzu Chi's efforts in the community.
A dazzling array of fresh fruits and vegetables are given to disadvantaged families by the Tzu Chi Mobile Food Pantry.
Thank you for providing us with these nutritious food items. It feeds our children. You have helped us, the families who are in need, and now we can also help a little bit back.
Rose, the PTA president of a nearby elementary school, attaches great importance to the education and health of children. Therefore, at the mobile pantry site, there were many parents that took the initiative to volunteer.
As parents, we should be more involved in community services. We can be school volunteers together, supporting Tzu Chi's efforts.
There's also a 20-year-old who had received help from Tzu Chi, now an active volunteer.
Some days I live in the street, so I don't have a house. But when I meet this foundation, they help me. So I'm too happy to stay here with they.
Helping out at the distribution is a great way to give back to the community. It's how one can cultivate blessings.
Two employees in an insurance company donated their bone marrow successfully. One of them had waited 12 years to finally match with a leukemia patient. Another one was moved by the experience and had become a Tzu Chi volunteer dedicated to promoting bone marrow donation. These two donors have shared their testimonies and invited their colleagues to help save lives. Staff from the communication department of Fubon Insurance have participated in bone marrow donation registration. Sales manager Wang Shizhang and assistant sales manager Chen Nanhong both matched with a leukemia patient successfully.
I've been volunteering for a long time. When I learned that I made a match, I became more determined to spread great love because I know I'm not just saving a person, but a whole family.
I'm touched that these two young men can match successfully within this 1 in 100,000 chance. I've been telling them that they're very blessed. It's incredible that they can find matched bone marrow receivers and completed the donation. They've shared their testimonies and demonstrated the process with colleagues in the morning meeting, so others can have the courage to join.
With the director's support, Tzu Chi volunteers explain details of the stem cell registry. Many staff actively put down their information and donated their blood to build a profile.
If we can help others today, someday others will also help us. You never know when you will need a hand in the future.
In the meeting room, participants donated not only their blood but also their love. In Malaysia, a Tzu Chi care recipient from Malacca had her right leg amputated in 2016 due to diabetes. Since then, she has been unable to take care of herself. Tima doctors encourage her to do rehabilitation, and they have also made a commitment to help her settle into a prosthetic leg in December on this year. Now she does rehabilitation every day, hoping to be able to stand up and walk again.
Valathamuni insists on doing household chores on her own without the help of others.
Now I can do everything that I could not do before, such as cleaning my home, folding clothes, and cooking curry dishes.
Before, our children helped her with just about everything, including bathing her. Now she can do it all by herself.
For many months, the doctors have been asking, why is she still in a wheelchair? Why is she not walking yet?
Back in 2016, Malacca Tzu Chi Care recipient Valathamuni was frustrated due to her leg being amputated. To encourage her, Tima doctors visit her very often. Now she is willing to do rehabilitation every day.
The doctor reminded me to do rehabilitation. It is only when I have enough strength can they provide me with a prosthetic leg.
We have made a commitment to her that we will help her get a prosthetic leg in December. We asked her to continue to do rehabilitation when she does not feel pain because the doctor said that the prosthetic leg is very heavy.
Volunteers not only encourage her to do rehabilitation, but also supports her to learn to take care of herself.
She told us that she was having difficulties between the height of the bed and a portable toilet seat. She was not able to easily move around. Therefore, we found something to support her bed, which made it higher. This makes it easier for her to sit down. In the beginning, she had to use 90 diapers in a single month. With this portable toilet seat, she needed only 60 diapers each month. Now she needs only 1 diaper at night.
The Tzu Chi Care recipient tries to overcome any obstacles and challenges presented her way in order to face a better future.
Tzu Chi medical team conducts regular medical home visits to senior living in Gongliao, New Taipei City. This time, 78 volunteers, along with 70 medical professionals, served about 200 residents. The youngest doctor on the team is over 50 years old, and the oldest is 102 years old. Let's join them. Tima doctors have been conducting medical home visits for many years. Dr. Wu Changjie is the youngest on the medical team.
It's such a precious opportunity to come with these 2 senior doctors. Dr. Tanaka is already 102 years old, but he still joins the free clinic. The other one is Dr. Sen. His humor has helped us to bond with patients. I've learned a lot from both of them. Conducting medical home visits has enlightened me that many people are suffering inconveniences in life. For example, some of them can't go to the hospital because their children are away, or sometimes they didn't take the prescribed medication because they can't read the instructions.
The medical team joined hands with volunteers, aiming to form a deeper connection with patients so they can offer them better assistance.
The benefits of conducting free clinics with volunteers is that they know the patients very well, so we can learn about his history, his life, and what he has been through.
It's an excellent opportunity to use my break to heal the pain of people in remote areas.
The medical team conducts home visits rain or shine. A nurse has also brought her child to come to serve.
I want her to see how we can use our abilities to serve others in need and learn to appreciate our own value. It's a wonderful learning experience for children.
The experience has been a lesson of love and compassion. Tima doctors will continue to safeguard the health of these residents in remote regions. In Malaysia, the Tzu Chi Kuala Lumpur and Selangor chapter held a parent-child class on the theme of understanding and accommodating. The main purpose of the event is to teach the participants to solve conflicts between parents and children. Through role play, both the parents and children have learned to be more tolerant toward each other.
Your parents allow you to explain first before they get angry.
English-speaking volunteers of the Tzu Chi Kuala Lumpur and Selangor chapter held a parent-child class on the theme of understanding and accommodating. Through role play, the parents and children have learned to be more considerate to each other.
When we play the role model, it actually makes us realize this is how we have been to our children, and this is how our children react. And when we put on the hat of being understanding and accommodating, we change our behavior, our actions and speech, and that itself will change the reaction of our children.
Be there to help them. Be the first person to offer your hand rather than be the last person to offer your hand. A lot of times we misunderstand our children in terms of what they are thinking and what they want.
A healthy body, raising me with love and care. You are as special as the apple of my eye. I love you.
By turning conflicts into the language of caring, the parents and children have improved their relationship and interaction.
A Tzu Chi Academic Scholarship recipient Yola has been following volunteers to accompany solitary seniors as well as caring for children with cancer. She aspires to become a photographer so that she can document more stories and make more of an impact on society. 17-year-old Yola started her day by cutting cassava for her mother to sell pastries.
I will first deliver pastries to the store before going to school.
Yola was born to a single family. She has received Tzu Chi's academic scholarship, which has eased the tuition pressure for her mother.
I am extremely grateful because it has eased my burden.
In addition to supporting their life, Tzu Chi volunteers emphasize more on cultivating their blessings.
I have seen some little brothers and sisters at the shelter who suffer from cancer at a young age. It made me feel grateful because I have a healthy body.
Yola has fellow volunteers to walk into impoverished corners in society. She aspires to become a photographer who can use her camera to document more of these stories and make difference in the lives of others in the future. Tzu Chi Malaysia chapter conducts home visits to impoverished families regularly. Volunteers invited care recipients to come to the Jingsi Hall in Penang to enlighten them of Tzu Chi's humanistic culture. We'll leave you with these images and thank you for joining us. Goodbye.